Hi, today is Wednesday, July 26th, 2017, and this is A Swede Speaks. And, well, I have been sick for a few days, so I have been away, but I'm better now. And we have to talk about, Transportgate in Sweden and what it means, both for Sweden and for the world. So let's get started. Earlier this evening, the Swedish government was in a crisis meeting, and I have just updated myself on that, and they are saying they are not saying anything right now. There will be a press conference Thursday, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Swedish time. That's 4 a.m. New York time and 3 a.m. Wisconsin time, and so on. And then they will answer what they are going to do. But let's not digress about that yet. But the Swedish government, they are in a crisis. And Sweden's marionette or puppet opposition, the alliance parties, the moderates, the Liberal Party, the Center Party and the Christian Democrats wants a vote of no confidence for three ministers. Anna Johansson, who is Minister for Infrastructure, Anders Ygeman, who is Minister for Home Affairs, and Peter Hultqvist, who is Minister for Defense. All of them belong to the Social Democrat Party. The Sweden Democrats support the vote of no confidence. The Swedish Transport Agency have jeopardized Sweden's safety and the safety of the West and of NATO, since Sweden is working with NATO through Partnership for Peace. I could mention as an example that Sweden has had soldiers in Afghanistan through this Partnership for Peace, and Sweden was also contributing to keeping peace on the Balkans through this. Anyway, so that's what's going on right now. And how did we get here? In early 2015, the Swedish Transport Agency carried out the purchase of IT network services, information technology network services. The purchase was won by IBM Sweden, and handling of classified information was outsourced to countries like Romania, Czechia and Serbia. There it would be handled by local staff. And that was people who needed security clearance by the Swedish police. However, this turned out to be impossible to carry out. So they were allowed to work without security clearance. This is and was against the Swedish law, and the then newly appointed Director General of the Transport Agency, Maria Ågren, decided to disregard the law. It has been said that there was a culture within the agency to disregard the law when necessary. And when this became known, Maria Ågren said to the Swedish Security Service that she did not know it is illegal to disregard the law, and she has also said that she was unaware of what kind of classified information the agency had. So she didn't know it was illegal to break the law. Well, that's what she said. She has been sentenced to 70,000 Swedish kroner, that is roughly $8,500 in fines. So, what kind of information was in there? The information that was handled in the database of the transport agency was, and this is a long list, wanted vehicles, armored vehicles, the road traffic register, which includes information on persons with protected identities within the Swedish Defense, the police and the security service, and some vehicles that also existed in the military vehicle register. Moreover, when and where value transport cars drive, the driver's license register, all Swedish driver's license pictures, trade secrets, logs on what caseworkers within the transport agency are doing, Sweden's criminal records, the register of suspects, the Swedish government secure intranet, which is the encrypted communication system through which 34 authorities have access to other authorities' databases, are able to send protected emails and hold protected video conferences. Sensitive information about bridges, Stockholm's metro system, roads and harbors, identities of Swedish secret agents, all addresses to civil pilots and home addresses, private cars and telephones belonging to Swedish fighter pilots with civil flight certificates, and permissions for driver certificates that in many cases demand a doctor's certificate about, for instance, alcohol or drug abuse, medicine use, contacts with psychiatric care, criminal records, and whether the person has been diagnosed with ADHD, diabetes, or other health conditions. So, that's a lot that could leak and create all kinds of unpleasant situations. This jeopardizes Sweden, and it also jeopardizes NATO, the West, and Sweden's neighbors. And there has been leaks. The driver's license register, including driver's license pictures, leaked to Czechia. The Serbian military was given full access to the database of the Swedish Transport Agency. Do you think they might have talked to Russia? Last year, a Russian KSI agent was arrested in Russia and charged for treason. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. As the Swedish blog Cornucopia says, this coincides with the time of the leak to the Serbian military. The Russian colonel Andrei Belyaev might be in prison because of Swedish incompetence. This story, it's exploded for the last 2 weeks about. Director General Maria Åberg demanded that the agency's staff kept quiet about it. She was forced to leave her position in January 2017. And by the way, there were people within the agency that were whistleblowers, but they were punished for it internally. So they were silenced. And supposedly, the Minister for Infrastructure, Anna Johansson, was informed in February 2017, while the Minister for Home Affairs, Anders Ygeman, and the Minister for Defense, Peter Hultqvist, had been informed in January 2016, over a year earlier. Prime Minister Stefan Löfven was supposedly informed in January 2017, this year. A lot of Swedes have a hard time believing that the Prime Minister was unaware of this for so long. I find it hard to believe. When this story became big, Stefan Löfven disappeared from the public eye and refused to comment. He was busy celebrating his 60th anniversary of his birthday. However, 2 days ago, on Monday, he held a press conference where he denied knowing anything before January this year, and he defended his ministers, saying they had all followed Swedish administrative custom. I find it hard to believe. I believe he is defending his party. I believe he is putting his party interests above the interests of Sweden and of all the other countries that are being, that are being influenced through this. Löfven did say that Director General Maria Ågren broke the law, and he claimed that Minister Anna Johansson didn't know because she was not informed by her previous Undersecretary of State, Erik Bromander, who was fired last year for abusing his travel privileges. To begin with, Sweden's puppet opposition, the alliance parties, were hesitant and did not want to answer what they intended to do. The Sweden Democrats then said that they want a vote of no confidence. So, today, the alliance party leaders Anna Kinberg Batra from the Moderates, Annie Lööf from the Center Party, Jan Björklund from the Liberal Party, and Ebba Busch Thor from the Christian Democrats held a press conference and stated their intention of a vote of no confidence for the three responsible ministers, Anna Johansson, Anders Ygeman, and Peter Hultqvist. The Sweden Democrats responded that they are in favor of this vote. The Left Party they are also in favor, at least for now, although they have also reported the previous government, the alliance government, for outsourcing IT network services of government authorities. If the Alliance and the Sweden Democrats votes for no confidence, they will have a majority. And I have yet to hear a single word from the Green Party, the other party in the Swedish government, besides the Social Democrats. By the way, who was Minister for Information Technology in 2015? Islamist Mehmet Kaplan from the Green Party, a man who had to resign after associating with Turco-fascists. So this is a real mess. And well, I should mention one more thing. The president of the Swedish Parliament, Urban Ahlin, has now demanded that to have this vote of no confidence, he wants letters, not email or something like that, but actual snail mail from the members of Parliament to arrange such a vote. And for this, 115 letters are needed. I mean, from parliamentarians. As moderate parliamentarian Hanif Bali wrote, this shouldn't be difficult at all, and this is just a tactic from Urban Ahlin to try to slow down the process. Hanif Bali also added that Urban Ahlin knows that right now, since the parliament is not in session, they have to reopen parliament to have a session because, well, they are on their summer break. And many of the parliamentarians are not in Sweden right now because they are on vacation somewhere. For instance, Hanif Bali himself wrote that he is now going to send a letter from Georgia, not Georgia, USA, I don't think so at least, but Georgia, well, the Georgia that borders to Russia. So we'll see what happens with all of this. This is really a mess, and I mean, I don't really know what to say. Sweden's really made a mess of everything here, and they made it even worse by trying to cover up and sweep it under a rug, although that's exactly what to expect from Sweden. So other countries need to think about their relationship to Sweden, seriously. And that's really all I have to say about this right now. I would like to thank the people who are supporting this channel, through prayers, through Patreon, through PayPal. That's all greatly appreciated. And if you like, and there are tiers for patrons and donors. And for information about that, look in the description box below. And if you like this channel, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Please share my videos on social media, on Facebook and Twitter and other social media that allows you to share. If you like this video, please like it. If you got something to say, if you agree, if you disagree, comment below. And of course, I would also like to encourage you to support this channel. And I will include all the necessary information in the description box below. This is A Swede Speaks. Have a nice day.